Hey guys, my name is Stephanie and I'm with VeggieHomes.com, and I recently started using the DivaCup. And in case you didn't know, the DivaCup is an alternative to tampons, and so far so good. This is how it looks, and I'm just going to kind of try to cover some pros and cons. Number one pro, it saves money. The DivaCup costs around $25, and it's all you need. You no longer need tampons, panty liners, pads for nighttime, nothing. It's just, this is it, right here. All day, every day, as long as you have your period. And it's eco-friendly. You're not any waste. This is, it's amazing. When I first heard about the DivaCup, I was kind of like, no. That's not gonna work. You wear this. It looks pretty big. Like it's, and you have to wear 8 to 12 hours, and then you actually have to dump your period out of it. And that just sounds gross. And part of the reason why tampons are so great to those who use it is because of the fact that it's a very kind of off-hands situation. Like you just pull, insert, you don't really have to deal with your period. And this seems like something where you would be very hands-on with it. But fortunately, and to my surprise, and I bet to others too, you really don't. The material is actually just so fascinating, like the silicone, that once you take it out, you just dump it and virtually everything comes out. And you just run it under some hot water and everything's gone, and you really don't get your hands dirty. You really don't actually have to deal with it all that much. And it really does last the 8 to 12 hours. I want to be as honest as I can, to make sure that everyone knows what they're getting into. The first time I tried inserting this was painful. I didn't have my period. I had just received it in the mail, and my curiosity got the best of me. And I put it on, and it's painful. There's two ways you can put it in. One of them is by pressing down here, and then you kind of go like that, and you try inserting like that tip in, and then you will loosen it once it's in. The other way, which is the way that works best for me, is actually folding it in half and inserting it like that. And then letting it open once it's in. This holds 1 ounce, or 1 ounce and point something. I also thought it had like a very heavy flow, between us girls. I thought I had a very heavy flow. I thought 1 ounce is not going to hold everything that comes out of me. It's just not. But then, to my surprise, no, I find that at the end of the day, I'm just about maybe, not even halfway. So yeah, it really does hold. And the first time I wore it while having my period, I kept feeling like maybe I was leaking, and I kept checking, and I wasn't leaking at all. I went 3 times thinking like, okay, no, for real, this time I leaked, but I never did. So that's great, and that's one of the questions I feel like a lot of people had. When you pee normal, you clean yourself normal. The DivaCup is not moving. Even when it's full, you don't really feel like it's, it might become somewhat uncomfortable when it's really full. Like one time I wore it for like 12 hours, and towards, the 12, I was already kind of like, maybe it's telling me it's full. But even then, I never leaked, and it was never anything. You'd think this would be uncomfortable, given, just, it looks like, how does this work? But I don't feel it. You don't feel it at all. I squatted, I did yoga, I went running, I did everything except swimming. I haven't done that yet, but I'll get to you. But I did everything. I laid on my back, everything. Nothing changed from my regular life, and it was never uncomfortable. It never caused me any type of pain, any type of like, I can't wear this while I'm doing that, nothing. It was just fantastic in that sense. Another question is, oh, okay, how far should you put it in? You should put it in far enough so that this tip is kind of still sticking out, because this is how you pull it out. One tip that I haven't seen in any videos that I had to learn by lesson was when you're taking it out, pull by here until this is already out enough that you can kind of squeeze it and then pull it. Because this is a suction. So the first time I tried taking it out, I was just pulling and pulling, and the suction actually did hurt once it actually came. So once the DivaCup is already like virtually all the way out, like after you squeezed here and stuff, squeeze at the top so that you can eliminate some type of, once you're used to it, it's no longer pain, but it's just kind of a little bit of discomfort. But you get used to it. Definitely by the 4th day of using it, I was already a pro. I could put this in, I can take it out within 2 seconds, and it's just amazing, life-changing. I've heard people saying how like young girls can use it. I probably wouldn't recommend it for anyone who hasn't used tampons yet. Unless you're like old enough already where you can skip the tampon part. But for 11-year-olds or something who haven't, you know, like, I don't know, who aren't experienced, I think maybe it's not the best of ideas. Maybe you should try pad alternatives such as loony pads. But overall, I would just say that the DivaCup changes you. It's good for your body, it's good for the environment, and it's good for your wallet. And it's not uncomfortable at all. And yeah, it's just a great buy. And you can sleep in it, go to work in it, go to school. That's the other thing. Like when you're in public, it might seem like I can't take out my DivaCup, and some things might happen where you haven't been able to go home yet. And with a tampon, you know, you could kind of just take it out and in anywhere you are. And with a DivaCup, you might feel like you can't. But if you go in one of those stalls that have a sink in them, you pretty much can. You know, I haven't been under that circumstance. I was actually at a friend's house once, and I had to do it at her house. But I haven't tried in a public restroom. But I think that if the time came where I had to, yeah, it's just a great product, and it's amazing, and it's all you need. This and your little pouch, and you're ready to go. You're ready for your period, any stage it's in, beginning, anything. It's just perfect. And it comes with this cute little pin. And yeah, so I definitely recommend the DivaCup. It is great, and it will change your life.